This is the new Volkswagen T Cross, and it's essentially a Polo that's been pumped up slightly, so it's turned into one of those really cool small SUVs. That's probably why they've given it a name that you can say with emojis. It's the Volkswagen T Cross. Lols. Yeah, very well done, Matt. So this is the kind of car you're going to be looking at if you're considering something like a Peugeot 2008, a Renault Captur, or a Seat Arona. So this Volkswagen starts at £17,000, but you can save almost £1,000 off one through Carwow. In fact, if you want to see how much money you can save on a new car, click on the pop-out banner or follow the link below the video to go to Carwow. Let's start this review by talking about the T Cross's design, because that is one of the main reasons to pay a premium for one over a normal Polo, and it certainly stands out, particularly this big bar that runs across the arse of the car. I like the fact you've got a roof spoiler as well. It's all very chunky, lots of creases on it as well. Alloys, they range from 16 inches to 18 inches. Now the entry-level car doesn't have these roof bars, but the SC model upwards get them. Look kind of cool down there. You need that for the off-road rugged look, although of course this is not an off-roader. You can't even get it with all-wheel drive. It's got a very distinctive face as well. It's not a bad looking thing. However, you know, the more you pay, the cooler it looks. And you can actually upgrade this car with various design packages. There's 3 different colours to choose from. So one's green, one is like grey, and then there's this orange one. You've got this bright paint, you've got some orange on the wheels, and there's something more I've got to show you inside. You see, you then get these orange accents here on the steering wheel, here on the centre console, but most notably here on the dash. And it's got this kind of like tigery effect, which I think looks great. And without this, it's just a little bit drab inside. It's all grey and dingy. And then there's the quality of the materials on the dash. So it's all brittle, hard plastics. Whereas in the Polo, which this car is based on, you get a soft touch dash. In fact, it's definitely worth just clicking up there on the pop-out banner to watch my full in-depth video review of the Polo to see if you really do need this car over that smaller little hatchback, because this does cost more money. Still, the rest of the quality is pretty good, so the controls feel good. Down there, they're solid enough. Yeah, things don't wobble much. And I do like the fact that where you're actually touching with your elbows, it's nice and padded, and the steering wheel feels good as well. Also like the position of the screens, because it's integrated into the dash, yet it's still quite high up, so you don't have to take your eyes too far off the road. And that brings me on to this car's equipment list. The T Cross range starts with the S, and it gets an 8-inch touchscreen, 6-speaker stereo, and lane keeping assist. The SE model adds Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, a leather steering wheel, and adaptive cruise control. The SEL adds sat-nav, front and rear parking sensors, and dual zone climate control. Oh, windy. Finally, there's the R-Line version, which has sporty bits of trim, some bigger alloy wheels, and a digital driver's display. However, it's a bit unnecessary. If I was buying one of these cars, I'd just go for the SE because it has pretty much all you need. Okay, let's carry on the review by talking about this infotainment system. So it comes with Bluetooth connectivity and DAB digital radio, obviously, and it has some shortcut buttons to help you navigate through the menus. The icons could do with some colour though, to make them easy to read while you're driving. Still, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are easy to set up and nice and responsive. Meanwhile, the built-in sat-nav is easy to program, calculates 3 routes quickly, and is a doddle to add a waypoint with. But it's a little bit sluggish to pan and zoom around the map. Meanwhile, the standard 6-speaker stereo is a little bit weedy. However, you can upgrade to a Beats audio system, which is just louder, better quality, and it has a subwoofer in the boot. Speaking of connectivity, you've got a couple of USB points there and a 12-volt charging socket there, so easy enough to charge all your devices. Practicality wise, well, the seating position is good, and the seats in this particular car, they not only look good because they've got that orange upgrade pack again, but they're nice and comfy. It's a tall car, so if you want to, you can really jack your seat up, and yeah, it's dead easy to get an ideal driving position. Loads of adjustment, very, very good, and everything's just simply laid out in that usual Volkswagen Group way. Of course, you can extend that if you need to, and come on, stay up. I know you're going to. There you go. See, it does that, and you've got some storage under there if you need to keep a big bottle in it, but you don't really, because the door bins are absolutely massive. I mean, look at that, that's insane. You've got a couple of extra cup holder areas there. It'll hold a small energy drink without it falling over, and there's some storage under here as well, perfectly placed for you to charge your mobile phone. So in the front, all pretty blooming practical. The T Cross is nice and practical here in the back as well for a small car. So because you sit up higher than in a Polo, this seat is raised up more, and as a result your legs are more at 90 degrees, so that just makes it a bit more comfortable for longer distances. It also makes it easier for your elderly relatives to clamber in the back because they don't have to stoop down so much when they're getting in and out. There's loads of headroom, decent amount of knee room, and because the seats are jacked up you can slide your feet underneath the seat in front so you can stretch out a bit more. There is a hump in the floor, but it's not too much of a problem because the footwells are big, so there's enough space for everyone's feet, and there's enough headroom in the middle seat as well. The body is quite narrow though, so it's not ideal with 3 adults in the back at once, but you can do shorter journeys. For kids, yeah, they're going to love it. So the window line isn't too high, and check this out, look. Ta-da! The rear windows do go all the way down, though kids probably don't even care about looking at it anymore, do they? They just want to go on their iPads in the back. And the good news is, you can get the car with 2 USB chargers there, so that iPads are always fully charged, so they don't start bothering you when you're driving away on holiday. One thing that does bother me though is the fact that there's no central armrest or cup holders here, though you do have, look, huge door bins here in the back. There's some pockets here on the seat backs and a weird little place there to store your mobile phone. No, I don't think it's for that. What is that for actually? Can you think of anything that could fit in there? Anyway, when it comes to fitting a child seat, it's not too bad. You've got ISOFIX covers which are exposed, so you can just slot the bases in. However, you will have to move the front seat forward a bit if you want to fit a rear-facing child seat. A more compact forward-facing one is much easier to fit though. But there isn't quite enough space in between them for a passenger to sit in the middle of them because this car's body is quite narrow. Anyway, let's move on to the boot. The boot is a really good size. The capacity is about the same as a Golf, and it's about a third bigger than the Polos. Now there is a bit of a lip, look, to lift stuff over, but that isn't too much of a problem because, behold people, we have an adjustable boot floor which I can lift up, and look, not much of a boot lip at all, like this. When you push that up, these little clips hold it in place so you can mess around in the spare wheel well, which I don't have a spare wheel in there at the moment. Just more space and some tyre sealant stuff. There are a few tethering points about the place if you need to tie stuff down, some hooks you can hang things off. And if you fold the rear seats down, look at that, you get a fairly flat low base. You can slide things in and out. There we go. All very, very practical. So how much stuff can actually fit in this boot? Well, with those back seats folded, you can carry 2 large and 2 small boxes, 5 small boxes, 1 large and 2 small boxes, and 2 more small boxes. With the seats in place, there's room for a baby buggy on its side, 1 large suitcase, 1 small suitcase, and a soft bag. Or if you want, you can carry 2 small suitcases and a set of golf clubs. It's a very, very practical small car, but if you want something similar for a bit less money, then click up there on the pop-out banner to watch my in-depth video review of the Seat Arona. Anyway, let's get on to what's not so good about this T Cross. The rear windscreen wiper is so small, it doesn't really clean much of the rear screen. I mean, look how tiny it is. It's terrible. You're not going to be able... Oh, it's alive! It's alive! Didn't like that, did it? For some reason, there is no light on the vanity mirror, so you can't check yourself out when it's dark. Also, entry-level cars don't even have a mirror at all. The glove box on this car is unnecessarily small because space is taken up by a totally pointless CD player and somewhere to store your credit cards and coins. I mean, what came up with that totally idea? It's absolutely I think I need to take my meds. Would you like leather interior to go with your posh small SUV? Well, bad luck, because you can't get animal hide in any T Cross. It's probably to appease the vegans. Normally Volkswagen is great at attention to detail, but there's one thing they constantly do wrong, and it's the way they have the volume controls for the stereo over this side of the steering wheel, then the skip track over this side. They should just keep them all together, please. It's not all negative though. Here's 5 good things about this car. Looky here, there are ISOFIX anchor points on the front passenger seat, so you could carry a child here if you wanted to. And if you wanted to carry a surfboard instead, you can actually get the front passenger seat with a back that folds forward and flat to carry longer items, because of course if you've got a T Cross, you've got an active lifestyle, darling. You don't have to faff around zooming out on the sat nav to just check your route. You press this button, then that rocket, and there's your whole route before your eyes. The T Cross comes with auto emergency braking with pedestrian detection as standard, so I needn't have flinched at all. Also, you needn't flinch if you have an accident in one, because it scored an impressive 97% for adult occupant protection in the latest Euro NCAP crash tests. If you want more boot space, you can slide the rear seat bench forwards. You can also do that if you want to give your rear passengers deep vein thrombosis. I love the way the weights for the load cover cord have these little fins on them, so they don't make a noise when they knock the interior trim as you're driving around. I also like this, look. Oh yeah, go on, get in there. The way the low cover does fit under the false floor makes me so happy, I wanna dance. Now then, let's talk about engine choices. So you can get two petrols, both 1 litre 3 cylinders. One has 95 horsepower, and that comes with a 5-speed manual gearbox, and it can do 0 to 60 in 11.5 seconds. The other petrol engine has 115 horsepower, and it can do 0 to 60 in about 10.5 seconds, and it comes with either a 6-speed manual or an automatic. Then there's a 1.6 litre diesel, which can do 0 to 60 in around 12 seconds, and that comes with a 5-speed manual or an automatic. In terms of economy, they'll all do about the same, but more on that later when I'm driving it. So this particular car is the 115 horsepower SE version, and it costs from £19,500, but I've put the details into the carwow configurator, and I've got an offer back for just under £19,000. So this is a brand new car, yeah, I'm still getting a saving, and if you want to try out the carwow configurator and see how much you can save on a new car, just click up there on the pop-out banner or follow the link below the video to go to carwow. This little T Cross is absolutely blooming brilliant for driving in town. So you sit up slightly higher than a normal hatchback, which gives you a good view out. Also, the suspension is nice and soft, so it's great over bumps and potholes. You really don't feel them. Then there's the controls, super light, easy to use. The gearbox is a bit notchy, but it's precise enough, and the brakes, they're nice and smooth, yet strong, like it. It's also maneuverable as well, so the turning circle's good for doing U-turns. But there is one slight issue I have, and that's parking. You see, this brilliantly good value SE spec model doesn't come with parking sensors, nor a reversing camera standard. So it's a bit like parking a car back in the 80s, only unlike in the 80s, modern cars have much thicker pillars, so it's hard to tell where the heck the back of the car is. So this could get expensive. Now, you can buy an optional reversing camera for this trim level, and it's reasonably priced, so I 100% suggest you do that, because I don't want to hit the car behind me because it's an expensive Audi RS3. That'll do, not too bad. Yeah, still get the camera, definitely worth it. Let me get out of here. Oh my god, can I get out? Yeah. The T Cross is pretty good over longer journeys, mainly because the seats are super comfy. It's also reasonably relaxing. You don't get too much road noise entering the cabin. Just a little bit of wind noise from that flat front end. Now, if you need to overtake someone and you're in this particular car, which is the 115 horsepower petrol, you're going to need to drop it down from 6 to 4 to get anywhere. And then, come on, 50 to 70, come on. There's 70. So it does take a while, but it's still all right. I can't complain too much about the economy though, so I'm averaging 48 miles per gallon. When you get on a twisty road, the T Cross does a admirable job. So it goes where you point it, it doesn't lean too much in the corners, so your passengers won't feel car sick. It grips the road well enough. It's all very, very fine.